Hey, what's up? This is Alternate Reality here. Nobody is perfect, least of all myself, so here are 5 common fashion mistakes, things which people often do wrong, and easy solutions to those problems. And in general, it's stuff that being aware of will help you look better. Of course, many things with personal style are subjective, and there are always lots of ways of doing things, but it's important to be conscious of the rules, in inverted commas, or conventions, so that you can choose to break them if you want to, rather than remaining in blissful ignorance. So let's get rid of that blissful ignorance right now, kick it off with number 1. Number 1 is looking like you're wearing your big brother's jumper. There's a difference between something being oversized and something being too big. And a common way that ends up expressing itself is through the sleeves of things being way too long. With sleeves, what you want to avoid is having loads of material pooling down there at the wrist, like loads of folding over like that, because it makes it look like the whole thing's collapsing. It's not really a very good look. And this problem is worse depending on how wide or how narrow those sleeves are. If something has quite narrow sleeves or it's got a strong cuff there, it just looks awful as soon as you try to go for an oversized look in that jumper. You really need something with a bit wider on the sleeves, a little bit weightier as well, and then it gives a much more natural oversized look to it. And of course, if you're wearing something like a jacket, the sleeves can be a little bit longer, again, a little bit more room to play with. Number 2 is when he boot too big for he goddamn feet. I mentioned this in the video last week, but now it's on the brain and I've got to talk about it. A lot of people love showing off their sneakers, and sneaker-focused fashion is a really big part of streetwear. However, this often leads people to wearing the wrong kind of pants for their shoes. Put simply, the chunkiness of the shoe and the width of the pant, those two things should be linked. I mean, pairing your massive chunky sneakers that you dropped absolute stacks on, along with those spray-on skinny jeans, it does make the sneakers stand out, everyone can see them. The downside is that you look like a clown. Big shoe needs big pant to balance them, and that might mean that you get a little bit of pant material draping over the top of your Triple S or whatever other chunky luxury sneakers you happen to own. But think about it this way, it's a bigger flex covering up part of that expensive purchase with some big wide pants than it is having a massive skinny jean arrow pointing straight towards them. Conversely, if you've got some really slim, lightweight shoes, they're really going to benefit from something with a narrower leg opening, because you don't want your shoes getting lost in your trousers or like you're walking around on peg legs or something. So if you love slimmer shapes, that's totally cool. You got common projects, you got Vans. If you're more technically minded, there's pretty much any Nike Flyknit shoe. There's loads of options out there. Mistake number 3 is that dressing up is equivalent to wearing your most expensive or your flashiest clothing. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you that buying expensive clothes doesn't automatically make you look good, but by dressing up, I mean more dressing for an event or an occasion of some kind. Dressing in an appropriate way for the situation is more important than wearing those jaw-dropping Instagram fits. Otherwise, you're like the fashion equivalent of the guy that always wears a fedora everywhere for some reason. I know that Versace bathrobe is an exquisite piece of tailoring, but sir, this is a Wendy's. I remember a few years ago there was this guy on Facebook who was going to a college admissions interview or something, and he was like, I'm wearing my favourite jumper for the occasion. And it was a Child of Hell piece, so yeah, very cool, but not really appropriate for what he was doing. You're basically going up to the interviewer like, yes, I am a child of hell. Please may I have a place in your fine learning establishment? A regular plain jumper might not have looked as cool or flashy or whatever, but it would have got the job done better than that one would. And think as well that most people that aren't into fashion equate someone that dresses well with someone that's in shape and wears a shirt. So if you're dressing to impress, classic, flattering cuts may well win out over that wacky anime costume, unless you're at an anime convention. Read the situation, is what I'm saying. The 4th mistake, these two things are the same colour. That means they look great together. Colour is often the first thing that people will notice about an outfit, so it steers people towards overvaluing that and thinking too hard about matching up colours in absence of everything else. Doing that is a trap.
It's a trap!
It's a trap! There are loads of different things to think about when pairing two different items together, like what material are they, or what are they designed to do? What sort of language are they speaking? So yeah, a white graphic tee and a white pair of dress shoes might be the same colour, but they ain't gonna look so hot together. The level of smartness is also a really important thing to keep cohesive in an outfit. You can't just chuck a blazer over the top of a dirty old jumper and expect it to look good, even if it's got a really nice complementary colour. It's one of the big reasons why the fedora became such a cursed piece of headgear. Don't know why I've got fedoras on the brain this week, but dip. Final mistake. Tight clothing good, loose clothing bad. There's a persistent association with slim and skinny clothing and looking good. That's taken to the extreme with those Instagram adverts that you've probably seen, where it's got like really jacked dudes and they're wearing t-shirts that are like 2 sizes too small, and it's like, you could look like this guy. And it's another thing people who aren't really interested in fashion believe is a sign of something fitting well. I think it's also because there's that stereotype of, you know, people that don't really care what they look like wearing really baggy, unfitted clothes. So therefore the opposite is automatically good. But going too small in the pursuit of looking good doesn't only end up achieving the exact opposite of that, but it'll show through in the way you move, the way you communicate, the way you act, because you're not going to be very comfortable wearing those things. The clothes are not the only part about looking good. If you've got that confidence, you feel comfortable in what you're wearing and who you are and whatever, then that gives you the swag. That gives you the big dick energy. So no, you don't have to make yourself infertile in order to look good. At a very basic level, the things that you're wearing, they should be working with you and not against you. So if you're noticing that like some of those things when you're moving around, things are like pulling awkwardly, or you find yourself readjusting the stuff that you're wearing, then maybe it's time to get a different size. Furthermore, looser cuts are very much in right now, from more relaxed fitting jeans to straight or even ultra wide cargos. There's lots of different ways that you can experiment with stuff like that. And I know it feels weird moving from wearing like skinny or slim fitting clothing to things that are a bit more voluminous. I certainly remember that transition being a bit awkward, and I still find myself wearing slim fitting cargos and stuff more often than not. But it's absolutely worth broadening your horizons, experimenting, seeing what works for you. Just give things a little bit of a go. Have a little voyage of self-discovery. And that brings us to the end. As I said at the start of the video, these are all things that in some capacity I have done wrong. And maybe they're things that you've got wrong as well in the past. But let me know what you think of these 5 little mistakes. Are they something that you've noticed? Are they something that maybe you do? Maybe you've not really been conscious of, but now you're thinking like, now I think about it, all my clothes are 4 sizes too small. Anyway, if you've got any thoughts, please do stick them down there in the comments. And if you've got any suggestions, topics or whatever that you want covered next, of course, always let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like, because it's super appreciated. You know it is. And as always, we will catch you next week in the next video. Massive thanks to everyone for the overwhelming support on last week's video. I wanted to do something that was a bit kind of special, because it was my first proper acronym jacket. And yeah, I wanted to do something that was kind of over and above what I would normally do. It was originally just going to be like a normal unboxing video, but it kind of grew legs and I ended up having more and more ideas, and it kind of got a bit out of control. But I ended up making something that I really enjoyed doing. I was quite proud of the final concept, so I'm really glad that that came across and that you guys enjoyed watching it as well. And on the topic of trying new stuff, I started a new channel yesterday. I wanted to do some Animal Crossing stuff, and I didn't really think it would be appropriate here, so I'm kind of sharing that in a different place. So I'll put a link to that if you want to check that out. Let me know what you think. I would certainly be up for doing more if that's something that people were interested in. But yeah, it's always going to be kind of in addition to these proper videos. I'm not going to move over to doing gaming stuff. I'm not going to do less of what I'm doing here. Just wanted to try out, have some fun, basically doing some new stuff as well. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. If you want to catch some more stuff, there's going to be links up there. As I say, one of them will probably be that Animal Crossing video, and there'll be another video that maybe you haven't watched that you might like to check out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you should definitely consider doing so, because we've got a bunch more stuff coming up. We got Antwon Leve, pant reviews, we got some sneaker stuff, we got other things that I can't think about at the moment, but they're definitely in the works. And yeah, it's all good.